Good morning, everyone. This is ifedilichukwu, and welcome to the Calm Mind Tutors. Officially, we'll be starting classes on Autocad 2D, precisely. That's it, 2D. Yeah, and this is our first class. Every year, new versions of Autocad is being released with new tools, new palettes, new features are being added. So these tools, new features which have been added, makes it possible for you to put down whatever you have in your brain, whatever the imagination, the creativity you have in your brain. You're able to put them down in the skill graphics of Autocad. So in these classes, I will be teaching you the tools which are necessary and industrial specific. That is, the tools which are necessary for you to make use of this software efficiently. And Autocad is for all disciplines of engineering, be it an electrical engineer, be it a civil engineer, be it a mechanical engineer. So you require Autocad. So I will be taking you on those tools. Some industrial aspect says that, or claim that, few people in this world make use of 10% of what Autocad can offer. Then the other rest of people, we have those who use from 5 to 10% of what an Autocad can offer. So through this series, I will be taking you on these tools, and by when we are done, it should fall within the 5 to 10%. And once we are between 5 to 10%, we are good to go. Okay, so in today's class, I will be starting with the introduction of the user interface. So when you install your Autocad and you launch the software, this is the first thing you come across. So this is what you will be seeing when you launch the software. So if you look at this here, I want you to follow this my cursor, so that whenever I point, I will be talking about that particular aspect, so you'll be able to follow up. So this is what we call the application button. So when you click on the application button, there's a drop down. Okay, so when you click on the application button, you have new. This when you want to create a new drawing, when you want to open your previous drawings. So, and when you come here, you have the start drawing. Under the start drawing, you have the templates. So we'll be looking at all these things, these templates in details later. So these are just an introduction class to the interface, the Autocad interface. Okay, and this is for recent documents. If you look at this, is the recent documents I've worked on and also have saved. This is also a notification button. So these are the first thing you will see when you launch the software. So if you click on the start drawing, and this is what pops out. This is the Autocad interface. So this is the graphics screen. Whatever you want to draw, whatever idea you have, whatever creative thing you have in your head, this is where you're going to put them down. This is the working area or you call it the graphic screen. Then this is what like we did previously. This is the application button. This is when you want to create a new drawing, when you want to open your saved drawing, when you want to save as, import and export. Okay, that is what all about this application buttons. Then if you look at this here, this one here, this is what we call the quick access tool. So under here we have this new open. You have to save your file, your drawing. You save as. Then you have the plot. So I will be explaining these things in a separate video. So, and here we have the information bar. Like here now, if you come to this place and type trim, you type the trim. So this is going to give information about the trim, what you needed to know, the uses of trim, or you want to know about the fillet. You just type in fillets and it show you the meaning of fillet, how it can be used, the functions and all that. So when you come to this place, we have the ribbon bar, or you call it the ribbon area. The ribbon area, you have the home, you have the insert, you have the annotation, you have the parametric view, you have the manage view and all that. So you see that when you click all of this is an embodiment of tools rather. So I'll be creating separate videos on all these tools necessary for you to put down whatever you have in your mind, be it electrical engineer, be it a civil engineer, be it an architect, sorry. So I'll be making a separate videos on all this. So this is what we call the ribbon area or the ribbon bar. So you can actually make your drawings here by using a line. This is a construction line or polyline. This is circle. So I'll be making separate videos on all this. You have the arcs and all that. Then the next one will be the view cube. The view cube. I know in engineering drawing you have learned different types of view. When you talk about the side elevation, the front elevation, the back elevation, the top view. So this is where that kind of views are accessible in AutoCAD. Okay, watch. So this is currently the top view. This is the top view. So if I click here, can you see that you can view it in different sides? So this is the side view and all that. So this is what actually the view cube is all about. This is the view cube. You can view in all sides. Okay. Okay. So the next one is we'll be looking at the polar coordinates. You know your Cartesian plane. You have the x and the y axis. So this is what the Cartesian plane, x and y. Then if you come down here, we have the layout bar. So this layout bar is mainly to to arrange your printing. Maybe when you want to print out, in, let's say, a civil engineer who has a particular project on a to design a residential building. So you'll be having a floor plan, a floor plan. You have an elevation, the 4 elevation sides. You'll be having cross sections and all that. So, and you want to arrange the works. You want to send it to a client. Arrange the work in such a way that the client will be able to understand what you did. So you have to arrange them in layers. So this layer is just for you to arrange, to print out your work in a mannered way, in an arranged manner. So that is what the layer is all about. So I'll be creating a video on that, maybe towards the end of the classes. Okay, so, and this one here you are seeing is the command line on the command bar. This is where you type whatever tool you want to use. In, let's say I want to use line, I will press the letter L, and so I'll press the letter L, and this option, see that AutoCAD has many tools, you know. So when you type in any letters, something must pop out. So when I tapped in letter L, I have this to be line. Then, so see that I've selected my line. I've selected the line. So that is what the command line helps us do. You know, when you type in, okay. So So coming down to this, we have the week. We have coming down here. We have the status bar. This is the status bar. So we'll be looking at some of these stuff here, one after the other. So if I click on this, you have the customization. What does this say? When I click on this, I have this pop out. So what this thing is saying is that this one ticked good, this one ticked good. Is those ticked good at this place are those tools you are seeing here. Those ones ticked good are those tools you are seeing here. So if I should tick this dynamic input, like untick it, if I should untick that, you see something happened here. Okay, and I want to tick it now. Just observe this place. You see something like this. So you see that it is back. So at this customization, you want to bring out the tools you actually want to use. Maybe in case you installed the software newly, and some of these tools you needed is not available here, you can come to the customization bar and pick those ones you actually want to make use of. Okay, so we come to this place. This is what we call the grid, and those ones ticked, those ones which are actually functional on the screen, are those ones ticked with blue. These ones that has blues are actually active. These ones that has blues here, they're actually active. So if I don't want this to be active again, I will click on it and the blue is gone. So if I want it to be active, I click back. So what are these drawing grid? Actually, this is called the drawing grid. If you look closely, you see this vertical line, this horizontal line, and you see this box. So these are the drawing grid. So if I'm drawing, I don't like this being present when I'm drawing, so I normally uncheck them and that. So we continue. Then the next two here is the snap mode. As you can see, it is not showing blue, as not actually blue. So if I want it to be active, I click on it. Actually the blue pumps out. That is actually showing that is actually active. And what does this snap mode mean? Okay, let me uncheck. Let's say I want to draw a line. Okay, I click on this. You can see I can go anywhere. I can click anywhere I want to click. I don't know if you can see the difference. Okay, so let's redo that again. Okay, let's redo that again. I click on this. You see, I can, wherever I want the line to stop, I click. Nothing to stop me from clicking anywhere I want to click. Okay, let's say I now turn this snap mode on. Let's see what happens. I want you to observe closely. You see that the movement of this my cursor, look at this crossed line stuff, this something crossed. Look at this cross or the plus sign. You see that the movement is now restricted. That means it's going from, look at this grid, vertical grid line, and this horizontal grid line. So mode is now active. Look at this. If you look at the horizontal drawing grid and the vertical drawing grid, the point at which the vertical drawing grid and the horizontal drawing grid intersect, you see that the cursor is where it's actually moving. So that becomes the movement of that cursor. The cursor is now being restricted. So you see, it moves from one intersection point to another intersection point, and that. So if I want to draw a line, so it must be at the intersection point, any point I want to get. I cannot actually, you see that the movement is now restricted. See, if from one intersection point to the other, so there is a restriction in the movement. So that is what this snap mode is all about, which I don't really like using. That doesn't make sense to me, so we uncheck that. So the next one here is the dynamic input. What is this dynamic input? Okay, so let's say I want to draw a line of a particular length or distance. I click. Let's say I want to draw 5 feet, a line of 5 feet. So I could not tell exactly where is the 5 feet. If I say this is the 5 feet, there's a 100% chance that I am wrong, that this line is exactly what 5 feet. But how do we do this in AutoCAD? So that is to help us to solve this problem. That is where the dynamic input comes in. So when you click on this, the dynamic input becomes active. So if you click on this line again, look at, you see we are having information. Look at the cursor, we have information already given to us. It says specify the first point. So this is one of the things the dynamic input help us to do. It gives us the information we need. It's like a guide to us. So when we click on that a line of 5 feet, I type 5. See? So sorry. So this is what the dynamic input is supposed to do. So this is exactly 5. This is what the dynamic input is supposed to do. This is exactly 5 feet. So it is one of the most important tools when you are using this software. Always make sure this is checked. Okay, then this is what we call the auto mode. This is what we call the auto mode. Orthogonally, that is for movement. Like, let's say I want to draw a line and I want to make a perpendicular and a horizontal line, and this is not actually, look, if you watch at this, they are not actually horizontal and vertical. So that means an angle of vertical for 90 degree and the other one 0 degree. So how can we able to solve this problem? If you click on this, the auto mode, you see I can, and there I'll click on line. This is a horizontal line at 0 degree. This is a vertical line at 90 degree. This is 0, this and this. So what the auto mode helps us to do, it makes it easier for us to draw a horizontal and a perpendicular line. So let's clear some of these things off. Okay, so the next one is the specified angles, or you call it the polar tracking. Okay, so the polar tracking. Okay, what this one helps us do is when you want to draw in, or when you want to draw, let's say you want to draw a line and you want to place an angle at any angle you want. Let's say, for example, you have this and I want to place this at an angle of 37 degree, 30 degree. I click, and the same thing happens just at any angle you want. That is what the use of the polar triangle, unlike the auto mode, which is only you draw only vertical and the horizontal line. So the polar tracking helps you to draw in any direction you want to draw. So, and when you click on this, also you have this kind of angles. So this is like resisted angles. So let's say personally I want my angles to be falling within 45, 90, 135. You can make your own 15, 30 and anyone you want. So this is one actually I love working with. So what does that actually mean? If I click on this, remember this is, look at this green line. The green line is actually telling you that this is what the 0 degree. So remember we checked the one of 45, 90. So if I should come up again, if I meet 45, the green line comes up again. If I go to 90, the green lines will also come again, and this also come again. So that is all about that. So, and one more last tool we will be looking at is the object snap. Looking at the object snap. So what is this object snap? Okay, let me take this out. So let's click here first. Under this object snap we have the midpoint, the center point and all that, and those ones checked good is what is actually active. Those ones checked good. We have the endpoint, the midpoint, the center, intersection and extension. So, and it is active because of the blue something that is showing there. So if I have something like this, This is a line, and I have another one here, and I want to join this line to the midpoint of this one. So as you can see here, the angle, the triangular symbol should. So what this actually means is that it is indicating the center point of that line, which is the midpoint. So when I click on that, I join the line at that point, at the midpoint. Okay, maybe I want to check it at the end point. You have this box sign coming up, which shows that actually it is at that end point. So that is all about the object snap. Okay, let's say that is not active. This is one of the problems you encounter. So I want to join this line with the center of this line. You see, the triangle symbol is not pump up again, being that the object snap is turned off. So, and you could not tell where the center of that line is. So that is one of the problems. To solve those problems, you on or turn on the object snap. So more videos will be coming, and I will be explaining all these things, all these tools in details in separate videos. Please remember to like, subscribe, so that when we upload videos, you'll be notified, so that you won't be able to miss out. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day.